We are back with another podcast with the amazing Cabalette and Benda42. Cabalette, say hello.
Hello.
What is our... We're going to try to keep it on point today, the best we can, the best I can. We're going to talk about Mixer versus Twitch. A lot of people moving from Twitch to Mixer, and we're going to talk about why, what do we think? What do we think about it? We're just going to have a nice conversation about what's going on. So what is your chosen streaming platform for 2020, Cabalette? What are you choosing and why?
Personally, I'm going to stick to Twitch. I've been to Mixer before, so I first started streaming in 2019 or 2018. I don't even... 2018, actually. I first started streaming in 2018 on Mixer, and I decided to move to Twitch. So that's my full stop.
Well, why did you end up moving to Twitch from Mixer?
First of all, because at the beginning, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, but I had a lot of friends that were on Twitch, and I was really stuck with my viewers over there. I was like averaging 5 viewers when I first started and all that fun stuff, and I couldn't grow. Like I was really struggling to get some viewers, but that was back in time. So I know that maybe things change a little bit since Mixer is doing some big changes on their platform for sure, but somehow I'm still getting the same feedback from the people, and that has the same feeling that I had when I first started on Mixer. But we will get through that for sure. What about you, Benda? Tell us about you. Holy shit.
Well, I don't really have... I feel like I'm not even qualified to talk about it because I'm not really familiar with Mixer. I think they have some pretty cool features. I just know, once Ninja switched to Mixer, I think that started, everybody, wanting to try it out just because... And I think a good question to ask us, why are people wanting to move? And I've had videos on this about Twitch, but why do you think people are kind of jumping ship? Because I know a lot of, some of them come back, and that's okay. They want to try new things. That's fantastic. And that's great, by the way, whether you're on Mixer or Twitch, I don't care, or YouTube or Facebook or whatever. We're
totally.
Streaming family, right? But why do you think people are jumping ship so over to Mixer?
Totally. So, first of all, before I'm getting the comment that she's rooting for Twitch, no, I really don't care what platform you are on. I watch one moderator in Team B42 on Facebook, another on Mixer, another
I'm
on
rooting for Twitch, though.
So yeah, I really don't care what platform you're on. I'm trying to give a positive feedback of what I see around. Positive, maybe not all the time.
There's her public service announcement, but I'm rooting for I'm friends with everybody. We love everybody.
Yet on your channel,
yes,
so I get to
we love everybody, but I hope everybody succeeds. And I hope Twitch really succeeds, especially because I'm on Twitch, and if Twitch is going good, then we're hopefully doing good as well.
Well, but on the better case, I hope everybody succeeds.
Yeah. So hate me, not her. She loves everybody, and I love everybody too. But I'm just saying, if I were to put my money on it, I'm sticking with Twitch right now. Unless I switch, then I'll be betting on the other horse.
That's why I'm saying, in the better word, I hope everybody succeeds. But
we're gonna see. We're gonna see
people actually moved from Twitch to Mixer, because of course we all know there was more of a big wave from Twitch to Mixer than the inverse for the last few months, I would say, because of Ninja moved and Shroud and everything. So I really think that first of all, when Ninja announced that he was moving, that gave some excuse to some people. So I'm somebody who spends a lot of time on social media. I spend more than 10 hours a day on social media. This is kind of part of my job as well. And I've seen a lot of these tweets saying, oh my God, Tex, I'm moving to Mixer and all that fun stuff because I'm trying my career and everything. I wish the best to those people, but I think that was the main excuse for this huge wave to happen. That was my excuse at first as well when I moved to Twitch. So I can understand you guys and I wish you the best, but I really don't think that's the smartest move to do here. I think that also, coming from Mixer, maybe things change slightly a little bit, but I feel like I'm getting this feedback again. It seems like this is a platform where you're gonna grow a little bit and your growth is gonna stop, because I feel like there's less viewers on Mixer, in my opinion. I feel like when I'm opening a browser or directory of the Mixer and I'm gonna scroll down, I'm gonna see one person at 100 viewers and then 10. Where on Twitch, I see some people who get 3 viewers, some other who get 1,000, somebody has 500.
Well, I think that's also maybe the draw. Why people want to move to Mixer, because it does have less. Well, with less streamers come probably less viewers as well. But they're thinking, when they go to the directory, there's not like a mountain of freaking, Ninja at the top and all these guys at the top, and then you get probably 100 people all with 0 viewers. So they're thinking it's probably easier to go on a Mixer directory, which I could see that. So that might be the case for those people.
I can understand that. Also, excuse me, because I heard that it's also easier to achieve some stuff on Mixer. It's easier apparently to get affiliates. It's easier to get the partnership with Mixer. But what is the interest to get partnership if it's like the goal to get partnership is to have 15 viewers? Like, is it really a goal anymore?
I don't know. Well, this could spin me off on another tangent. I can't speak for Mixer. I can't. But I don't know. Maybe this is for a different discussion because it will spin off on a different tangent. But the Twitch partnership.
Okay, see, so here I'm talking shit a little bit about Mixer, and now we'll talk shit about Twitch.
Well, we can talk.
I got this forever.
Well, see, now I'm scared because I do want to be friends with everybody. And people are going to consider me complaining because I notice a lot of people, like, they think that getting a partnership, like, makes you a made person. It actually makes everything more difficult with, honestly, not much difference between partner and affiliateship. And I know maybe if you're, a Twitch affiliate right now, you're thinking, well, this guy's a partner and he's complaining and he's got it all. Like, what are you talking? I got it all. Yeah. It's completely not the case. And I know people and I did the same thing. I was dying for partner. I was like, yeah, once I get partner, I'm going to be ruling the world. That's really not the case. That means you really got to work harder. And now, it's a little more serious, but it does not increase your income in the slightest. It actually will probably decrease it right off the bat. But yeah. I think that's my spiel. That on the partnership thing, I think people focus way too much on it, and it doesn't mean much. It's great that you got it, but it doesn't mean much. Go ahead. Sorry.
I agree. I totally agree. I wasn't saying that to to talk about like what is gonna happen after you have partnership, but that's a very good point you got there. And so I forgot where I was going.
Well, I think partnership is a great thing. You should really cherish it because it's a great accomplishment. But at the same time, it's okay. It's like a notch. It's a notch. It's a nice little notch on your belt, and now you got to get down. But I think people really have the misconception that we're made people, which that's actually the opposite. I feel the complete opposite.
Where I was going with that is there really a goal for you? If it's only averaging 15 viewers, 20 viewers, 30 viewers, because excuse me, but that's the same for Twitch and Mixer. If you come from, so I am from France at the origin, and I know that I got a lot of friends from East countries, from South country, and stuff like that can apply and get partnership easier because they have less viewers in their country, even though they stream in English. So that means that 90% of their viewers are going to be just like for me from the US, but they're going to get the average partnership in an easier way just because they are from different countries. I disagree with that. I know Twitch does that, and I totally disagree, and that's why I do not apply for partnership, even though I could because I'm from France and I have the average for it for a French person, but I don't because I feel like this is so fucking unfair. I have US people watching me. It's not like I'm...
Yeah, I think Twitch wants like different demographics or whatever, but like, and I made this complaint before. It's like, where do they have that for like the different countries? Like, I know a lot of European people, they'll be averaging pretty low averages and get partnership, or not low averages, but lower than what the norm is 75. Do they have that in their settings that say you only need 5 viewers or 10 viewers? I don't know if they have that or not, but it seems like, and I've always said this, the guidelines for Twitch are not clear, or they take some that have a lot less than 75. And I don't understand that.
I don't think it says it differently in the settings, but the thing is that depending of the location, they're gonna get you either way. Because if you're in a small country where there's not that many viewers, they're gonna understand that because you're the only streamer, then boom, you're the biggest streamer of your country, even though your country got nobody to watch it, but you get you as viewers. So it's a little bit.
I mean, that's a fair point. That's a fair point.
That's Definitely. A fair point, but no, it's not, because they're streaming not in their natal language. I'm not streaming in French when I'm streaming. I'm not talking French and stuff. I'm talking in English. English is not my first language, and my viewers are from US. So I should be considered as an American or an English streamer then. That's my
You hear
point
that,
of view.
Twitch? I mean, that's a good point. That's a good point.
And so that's why I was thinking, where is the goal for you to get partnership on Mixer since the average is way lower? Is it really a challenge? Is it really an accomplishment for you? Because I've seen some people having that excuse that they were moving to Mixer because the accomplishment, getting partner would be easier for them. And I
See, like
I
I don't even
disagree
know.
with
I
that.
disagree too because I don't even know the point. I'm not trying to belittle any accomplishment. Like getting partners is great, but again, they're acting like it's a huge thing. Like if you average, 0 to 100 viewers, that is fantastic. But you have 100 viewers and you're partnered. It's not like these crazy lucrative sponsorships are going to come to you and you're going to be making crazy money on 100 views. That's just not the way it works. You get little stuff, but I mean, again, I guess it's a little trophy for you to say, "Hey, look, I made partnership here," but it really, its effect, I think, and this might just be for me. Maybe you guys could in the comments or whatever share your opinions, but it means not little, but it means a lot less than everybody's making it out to be. That's all I'm trying to say, because it's not the end. But I don't know. That's the thing. I don't think you should be focusing on getting partner. I think you should be focusing on making connections, networking, and building up friendships and relationships, as opposed to saying I got to get to partner as fast as I can. We've had this discussion before, probably, but definitely not a good thing to do.
I totally agree. But the good points that I have about the Mixer is that they're way to encourage the viewers and the do you guys say the public maybe yeah, the
Yeah,
viewers
yeah.
pretty much, yeah, to interact with the streamer is really interesting. So now we start to have that on Twitch as
Well,
well with
Twitch
the
started copying them. Yeah, so they
yes,
were doing a good
that's right.
job with like little points, giving little rewards and stuff. So yeah, they had some good ideas there. One thing I know I thought about too, and I was talking to one of our B42 one of our community members. Mixer's owned by Microsoft. Microsoft owns Xbox, so they're like
Okay,
a technology company, right?
yeah.
So they
Oh,
may
okay,
have
and the
they
other
may
part
have
have Amazon, so they
right.
don't like.
So
Yeah, I
what
know
I'm
what
saying
you're
is
saying.
Microsoft is probably maybe they're more in touch with like the streaming and video game community than Amazon would be. What do you think
Yeah,
about
that's
that?
right. I kind of agree with. So maybe there's some huge gamer behind Amazon like handle, but I don't know. Like, what's your opinion, Ben Daddy? Because I'm trying to like to put my thoughts together about this
Well,
one
that's
because
okay.
I
You're just
got a
gonna
lot of
copy
things
just
popping.
copy my opinion. That's
I
okay.
will,
Just
one
copy
thousand
my
percent. I
opinion.
will,
Yeah. Well,
or we'll disagree big time. We don't know.
from what I've seen, well, I think honestly, Microsoft is yeah, Microsoft is in a better place. I think Twitch was first. That's why Twitch is so big. They were first, and they did a good job with it. But now Mixer and Microsoft, I think Microsoft is in a better position because they do own Xbox. They do know something about gaming and streaming, and I feel like they are. Even though the Xbox One launch was complete shit, I feel like they're more in touch with streaming and gaming than Amazon is, in my honest opinion. And I'm just going off that opinion from what I see, like the ideas on Mixer, like the point system that they got for the chatters is pretty cool. They made a commercial they put, I don't know, they seem to be more ingrained in their community. I know they have less streamers, so that's probably a part of it, but I feel like they're going for more of a good customer service type deal right now and being passionate about streamers. Twitch, I'm not saying they're not doing that, but I'm saying they're making some decisions that maybe aren't for the benefit of the smaller guy, of the smaller streamer. I think and I think a lot of people share this opinion. They focus more, they focus more on the bigger streamers that are going to make them a lot of money. And it's not that they don't care about the little streamers, but they don't really care about the little. It's not that
No,
they don't care,
I
but they don't care, and that's acceptable. They want to make the most money. It takes a lot of money to run a streaming service like that. But I feel like a lot of people are feeling left behind on Twitch, and that's why they're moving to Mixer because Mixer is at least they're
I agree
pretending
with
to really
that.
care
I
about
agree
the
with that
smaller
because
streamers.
whenever like Mixer is taking care of a situation, from what I heard again, because like I'm interacting a lot with my community and whatnot. From what I heard, I feel like Mixer is like really taking care of the problem and considering it. I
Well,
feel like, and I'm gonna take a very concrete example, and I know it's gonna enrage a lot of people, so maybe I don't know, you will decide what we do with that. But I feel like personally with Twitch, I felt a little bit Sorry about the boop with the chair here. Always do that. So yeah, I felt really, how to say that, like, I felt like Twitch was a traitor to me for the last few months because they made this huge announcement saying, "Yeah, now we are remaking the way we're against view botters, and now you can't lurk as you can anymore, and so
Well,
you
that
don't have your views." And the thing that happened is that a lot of people lost a lot of viewers, even the people who weren't view botting, because of course the way to lurk changed and everything and blah blah blah. But now I don't know if you guys noticed, but there were some people that admit to me they were view botting. They directly DM me and say, "Yes, Cabolet, I view bot," and I see them back on track. So that's why, like, I start to wonder, like, what is Twitch doing? Are they keeping track of what they're doing, or do they just pretend to make people happy just for months and then
well,
they don't
see,
care anymore? I can understand that they have a lot of people and everything, and that maybe it's easier for Mixer because they are a smaller platform. But the thing is, when you open a big restaurant, you run your when you open a restaurant, you run your restaurant, and if there is more people coming in, then you recruit more waitress and you make things rolls as it
well,
goes.
that's what
And I feel like right now Twitch is the big restaurant getting
yeah,
overflowed.
and they got a line out the door, but
Yeah, exactly.
this is probably gonna be another conversation for another podcast or whatever, but what you're getting at is, they try to put a policy into place, and there's still people that are view botting. And honestly, I feel the same way because I will report these people. Some are my friends too. Like I don't say anything to them. I report people so Twitch could maybe take a look at them. It's pretty obvious what's happening with a lot of these people. So and I think view botting is a big no, and Cabolet agrees with me. I think it's almost like taking steroids if you're playing in a sport or something. But that's a different. That's for a different topic. That's for a different topic if you're view botting or whatever. But we see people still doing it, and they're not getting reprimanded in any sort of way. And it's like,
the thing is that Twitch doesn't do anything about it. That's what's enraging me the most.
Well, I understand, like you said, they're overflowed and out of control, but it's like, how hard is it? Like I could go into a person's channel and I know 2 seconds, if they got 500 viewers and there's nothing happening in their chat for the first, it's pretty obvious what's happening, but I guess they just don't have the manpower or, the care to actually check. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I think they do need more people to kind of check up on that or have some sort of computer algorithm or something to tell what's going on. I mean, if you have let's face it. I mean, I know this could be controversial, but if you have 500 people in your channel, 500 viewers, and you got 0 people chatting the whole time, I mean, that's pretty obvious. I mean, not one person's going to be saying anything. It's a little bit suspicious. That's all I'm saying. There are people that just like to watch, but I mean, you're telling me 500 of them are just, but that's neither here nor there. I don't know. Is Mixer, we're talking about the Twitch versus Mixer thing. So that's our problem that Twitch doesn't really come out and do things about this. But does Mixer have like view bots or I don't know? Is that not a thing yet?
So far from what I've seen, every time I clicked on the channel, there was a chat going on.
That is true. And
balance with how many viewers they had. Like,
just for our viewers too, by the way, a view bot, maybe not everybody knows what a view bot is, but basically there's a thing that you can get where basically you buy fake viewers. Kind of like when Twitter, when Justin Bieber had like 2 million freaking followers and they were all fake and then they got deleted like overnight or whatever. It's the same thing. It'll say that you have 500 viewers, but you actually have 0. But go ahead, Cabolet. Sorry to interrupt you. Just to.
No, I was done. I was.
That's the whole podcast. Is me.
Yeah.
Me interrupting you and then you forgetting what you were talking about. That's the whole thing.
Well, yeah, it seems like a weird disease.
Well, I'm the worst. Maybe you host a podcast then. You ask me the questions, you lead because I can't do it.
You are really good at it.
Okay.
You're really.
All right, so we're going to continue on. So Mixer doesn't have view bot. I haven't seen it really happening either, but
maybe they do, but it's not as obvious as like Twitch, because Twitch I can literally type. I'm saying bullshit right now. I haven't tried with Overwatch, so I don't know if it's true with this game especially, but I can type Overwatch and I go into the directory and I do that every day, guys, because I like to meet some news channels. So I usually check my community first and then I go a little bit around, trying to meet some new people. And sometimes it happens that I click on this channel where there is 100 viewers, 200 viewers, dead chat. So maybe they just got traded And that's just really an unlucky time, like that's a big coincidence. But it happened so many times to me that I went on this channel, stayed more than an hour, and the chat like got only one
Well,
message
it's
going.
also
That's
important, and we
very
do.
suspicious. And
I'm gonna
that's
try to bring
I never
us.
seen that with Mixer. So maybe I get lucky with Mixer, but I never seen it with Mixer.
Going to try to bring us back to the Mixer topic, but it is also important to keep in mind some people get viewbotted and it's not their fault, so we got to also give them the benefit of the doubt. But if that does ever happen to you, if you're getting like 500 views and nobody's in your chat, report it to Twitch and maybe make a little post telling what it's all about. Go on Twitter and say, hey, I got viewbotted, it's not my fault, I'm handling it now, just so people
With
know
the follow too.
what's going on.
That's what's going on lately.
Yeah, with
a
the
lot
followers
of
too.
Yeah.
A lot of hackers out there doing some crazy shit. But the Mixer versus Twitch thing, a lot of people, obviously a lot of people jumped to Mixer because when Ninja did, and also Shroud, and that kind of, it's not because, I don't think that it's just because he did it or Shroud did it. I think it was when people switched, it gave them the courage to switch. And even, I'm not going to deny it, even myself, I thought about it, I was like, wait a minute, if they're buying, if they're paying Ninja this amount of money and they're paying Shroud this amount of money now, Microsoft is serious. They're not dicking around. Like, they're serious about their streaming platform, and now it's the real deal. So it's not about following them or jumping on the bandwagon, but it's just kind of saying that Microsoft showed that they are willing to pay a lot of money and they're willing to invest in this service because they think that, it has a future. So that made me think about it for a few seconds. But with that being said, Twitch isn't so bad. It does a lot of good things. Another thing too, if we move to Mixer, we'd have to learn all the Mixer stuff. I can't be doing that's the main thing. It's like I can't be learning how Mixer works. That's not good. I'm too old for that shit. But yeah, great little podcast here. Good talk. We hope we didn't offend anybody. And in the comments, you go ahead and put who you're rooting for, Twitch or Mixer or whatever. And we got your back no matter what.
Subscribe, okay?
Yeah, like and freaking subscribe, damn it. We love you guys, and we'll see you in the next podcast.